The family had existed for about 20 years. Unfortunately, around the 5-year mark of the marriage, the wife began communicating with a male colleague in a way that was overly warm and informal. This gave her husband grounds for jealousy and the suspicion that she was having an affair. While the wife never admitted to physical infidelity, she continued the communication for a long time and refused to leave her job, despite her husband's demands. She consistently promoted the idea that men and women can just be friends. The downward spiral, when the frequency of intimacy decreased after the spouses turned 40, the husband gradually began to drink more. This happened at work, within a cheerful group of colleagues that included divorced women. In this group, the man became close with a particular woman, lively, noticeably more vibrant and slender than his wife. The wife couldn't help but notice his text messages, which made him smile and laugh. He then threw her own thesis back at her. He was simply friends with a useful and fun colleague. The wife was indignant, but he continued the communication. Unfortunately, the wife followed a negative script. Instead of working on her appearance, reviving the sexual relationship and engaging her husband with interesting shared activities, she chose conflict. She became resentful, completely cut off sex, and started going out to cafes in the evenings with her own friends. The point of no return. After some time, the husband predictably began a sexual affair with his colleague. It is noteworthy that the other woman was several years older than both him and his wife. His children were finishing school, and his lover's child had left for university in another city. After about a year of the affair, against the backdrop of the frozen marriage, the man left the family to move in with his lover. Their life together involved alcohol, lively sex, and mutual professional support. The wife sought psychological consultation very late, by which time the man had already lived with his lover for over 6 months, and had invested his own money in renovating her apartment to make it more comfortable for himself and closer to his work. The aftermath. The children remained neutral, and the 45-year-old woman was left alone in her grief. The divorce was finalized. Psychological intervention and outcomes. I was able to help the ex-wife. 1. Accept what had happened. 2. Change her image and her manner of communicating with men. 3. Find a new partner, older but youthful, and create a new successful marriage. The husband did not remarry but lived comfortably with his lover, indulging in gastronomy, alcohol, and travel, simply living for his own pleasure. Analysis of key stakes. In this case, several factors worked against the woman. Past mistakes in the marriage, dismissing her husband's initial jealousy. Reduced sexual activity, considering the decline in intimacy after 40 as the norm. A rigid and confrontational approach, combating her husband's social integration instead of offering a more attractive alternative. Delayed seeking help. She consulted a psychologist too late. As the woman herself explained, she did not believe in psychologists in principle, which was a fundamental error that prevented earlier intervention.